Fantastic.
In theory, we are live.
Oh.
Once I see it go live on the laptop, then I will definitely say we are live.
Okay, well here, I'll go to your Twitch page and figure out if anything's
Well,
going
the ad
on.
is playing, so I'm guessing we're live. Yeah, we're live. Christmas Shopper Simulator is the ad that is playing right now. Which is a weird game because I downloaded it and it was terrible. Terrible. But yes, welcome to Tea Time with Mo. I am your host, Mo, and this awesome person to the left of me, technically, is... That's why you introduce yourself, Kevin.
I thought you were going to introduce me. I'd say something on my name.
I could. I should have, really. But go ahead, just introduce yourself.
Playing a host, I thought that's what you would do. But then, anyway, so hi, I'm Kevin, also known as SurRival. Usually you can find me on the floor sleeping or in the background filming around with Gundam on Haruka Shimizu's page.
Yes. That is awesome that you are here. I appreciate you being here. Tea Time with Mo. I really wanted to catch you before you left. Really wanted.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I really wanted to catch you before.
Well, this was like a plan, like 3 weeks in the making. You were kind of asking, like, "Hey, you have time?" I'm like, "No, this doesn't work for me. I have finals, and then I had 9 finals. I'm currently studying medical radiography."
Wow. Okay.
Well, that
sounds
means
difficult.
X-rays. It's X-rays. You know, genuinely, I'm a glorified photographer. But I have to know, like, it's like photographing in 3D space because, like, I take an image and then everything behind it gets thrown in a direction. So, yeah, you have to know the body.
Yeah, I guess you need quite a lot of training.
Oh yeah, you need a lot of training just because, it's like safety, things like, knowing what the radiation's doing and, what you're actually going to see. Because, like a photo, you just take in light, so it's coming in all at you. It's all in a straight line. But with an X-ray, it's coming in a beam. So it's like, changing and growing larger. So like, things closer to where the X-ray is coming from, they get larger, they get magnified.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So like I kind of have to like know how I'm shooting and like like what my angle is, what the even simplest rotation of the arm. Yeah, it's cool stuff. So yeah, I'm going away for that for 6 months.
Interesting, for sure. Yeah. Interesting. So let's get to the tea. What are you drinking today?
What am I drinking today? Well, I decided to pull out the fancy stuff, and I have Maharaja Chai Oolong.
Ooh,
fancy cut with my pinky up and everything.
Oh, yes. Pinky up and everything. And I thought, seeing as I saw you being all fancy, I thought I'd be a little fancy too. But I'm just gonna go with green tea, and this green tea is actually from India. So yes, my dad actually bought it for me.
I see.
Yeah, from India when he went. So it's really nice though, really nice. This is the first green tea that I've actually enjoyed.
The first green tea you've actually enjoyed?
I'm not really that into green tea, to be honest with you. But this one actually, I don't know, it's actually pretty nice. It's nice and delicate.
I like teas of all sorts. I mean, I like green teas, like Japanese senchas, and I also like chais and rooibos and a whole bunch of different things.
Ooh, I actually bought some tea India cardamom chai. I haven't. This is my regular tea. This is the tea that I love to drink. I haven't drank it in a while though, but it smells so good, and it tastes even better.
Well, usually I just drink a few teas, but since I'm on tea time today, I decided to bring out the fine china, and kick it up a notch because I was like, hey, wait a minute, I have this stuff because I just have it.
Yeah, you have it.
And usually I drink this one tea. It's called Shimmy likes to call it like dirt tea because it's really earthy. But you know, it's good. Usually, I have it when I have Chinese food, which is just food for me. Pinky up and everything. Yes, Fred. Hey, Tree Hugger Gaming.
Hey Tree Hugger, hey Beast Killer, hey Fred, hey Shimmy. Welcome guys, welcome to the stream. Yes, we are talking tea. We are talking some tea right now.
We are talking tea.
Which we don't usually do on Tea Time with Mo, which is good.
Well, I have a little bit of knowledge of tea.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well,
Do you know how
yeah,
tea was invented? Or
well, kind of. I actually read a book on tea because I'm boring like that. I like reading about like discoveries and histories and things like that. And you know, like long story short, like you know, tea, Tibet, India, China, those areas, and like you know, they roast their tea. And throughout the entire thing, I was kind of like surprised to learn like lots of facts. Did you know that Tibetans drink their tea with butter?
Wow. Okay. No, I didn't know that. I've heard of butter coffee. I've never.
You've had butter coffee?
I've heard of butter coffee. I've never had it though.
Well, have you ever had like a
really creamy or something?
You ever had chocolate wine? Are you a fan of wine?
I don't drink, so no.
Right, you don't drink. I forgot about that. Oh, okay.
Chocolate wine. I've had chocolate tea, which was terrible.
Chocolate tea.
Chocolate tea was.
You shared that with me, man.
Yeah, I had that with Shui. Let me be all fancy and stuff with my pinky out and stuff.
Speaking of odd food combinations, like you know, you ever had like, what's the strangest food combination you've ever had? Like made from like different cultures or like.
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I know this isn't as uncommon anymore, but chili chocolate.
Chili chocolate. Okay.
It was actually hot chocolate, but it was chili hot chocolate, and it felt really weird when I had it because normally when you have chili, you feel the how hot it is on your tongue, right? This one you felt it in your throat. You didn't feel it in your mouth. You felt it in your throat, and that's it. So
that's what she said.
That is what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Hey Long Chan, welcome to the stream.
Hey Long Chan.
Yeah. But no, I don't. To be honest, I don't really know.
You don't have many fusion foods or anything like that?
Not really. No. I mean, like we have like Mexican, Indian, or whatever if you want to call it.
Mexican and Indian food at once?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like okay, like what's like?
What's
over this?
It's like they like to fuse them both. I wouldn't know how to explain it. It's
Are we talking
it's
like
just
butter
really
chicken
hot.
tacos?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, chicken
Butter
tacos.
chicken tacos.
Something like that. Yeah. And that's really about it. I mean, like fusion foods, they don't do very well over here, unfortunately. But you know, what about you? What's the kind of the best?
What's the best thing I've ever had in my life that's like legit fusion? Like Peking duck tacos. That is good.
Wow,
Peking
okay.
duck tacos, like legit. You get like a flour tortilla, you get a little bit of like, you know, plum sauce in there, you get some Peking duck, and you get like all the other stuff, and you bite into it. It is crispy with the crispy skin, and you get the duck. It's not gamey if you do duck properly, and then you get the rest of the taco and the flour tortilla, which is giving like enough of that earthy kind of tone. It is wonderful.
Wow. That actually sounds really, really good, and I kind of want
it. Taco. Yeah, you know, that sounds kind of... Actually, thinking about curry tacos, that sounds kind of dirty.
Sounds greasy as all hell.
Don't I say? What? Laugh all you want, Shimmy.
Hey, Uncle. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so let's talk games. What kind of games are you into?
What kind of games am I into? Well...
I know that's a broad question.
Well, it is a broad question. I mean, I play pretty much everything except for sports games. Even then, I still enjoy sports games. I don't think there's one genre game I truly don't like. Huh? Well, no, I enjoy dancing games every once in a while. You can't say that. I'm usually the one with the most, like, spunk on your stream every once in a while. I look like a... like... Yeah. Like a fairy, as you said, yes, like a little pixie dancing. No, I enjoyed Dark Souls. I mean, like I played Dark Souls to hell and back. Dark Souls 1, I'm a huge fan. I like puzzle games like Mr. Driller, like old school things.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like recently I'm playing Smash Brothers, but like
Mm.
I just finished with all my finals, and I'm still kind of unwinding. I haven't really played much in the way of video games hardcore. But yesterday, I helped Shimmy play Banish on her stream, and after she went offline, she went on like a 3 hour binge
Wow. Okay. Okay.
where she didn't stream that, and so like I was helping her build her town, make sure that people weren't starving, people had resources. What about you? Well, I don't know. What kind of games are you into at the moment?
I can say I'm the same way. I like to play pretty much every kind of genre. I do like sports games as well. Depends on the sport, really. I guess FIFA. I don't mind playing some FIFA,
Okay,
football
okay.
games and stuff
Well,
like that. I'm a huge fan of Football Manager, which isn't, you wouldn't call it a game. It's a simulator kind of game, and it's mostly all text. So
okay.
it's like you build your team, you compete, and that's about it, really. But yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I play pretty much anything that I can get my hands on, like simulation games and stuff like that. I don't mind them. I don't mind them. I give them a go.
Okay,
Dark
well,
Souls is one of those games that I personally got bored of. But then again, I didn't play Dark Souls. I played Demon Souls, which I heard is completely different.
it
So
yes. Well, like here's the big question for you. I mean, like I'm getting like I just turned 28 like last week,
mhm.
pretty much, or 2 weeks ago. 29?
You totally said 28.
Did I say 28? Yeah, I'm actually
Yeah.
29 now. Yeah, I feel like a little far. But here's the thing. I mean, like I used to be a hardcore gamer. I used to play like Dark Souls PvP, like hours and hours a day, and I would like like put myself through and train myself to become better. And as like you get older, you lose time, and I felt that like I used to be hardcore game, like get right into one game, play endlessly if I was tryhards
Right.
online trying to perfect my like Yoshi's Island run. But with Dark Souls, and now that I've lost time, and now even though as I'm unwinding, I still feel like my level of commitment's kind of gone down, and I'm more interested in the games that are coming out, not so much the games that are out this year. Like I'm interested in No Man's Sky. Like that's like Spaceman
Oh,
Spiff. Like if you ever read
yeah.
Calvin Hobbes, that's like
I
wonderful.
have.
I'm into like I'm into like Star Citizen. I want to figure all that out. But all those games are like far, far away.
They are far away. No Man's Sky is something that I'm personally into as well. I understand it's a multiplayer game, but you will not. They say that you won't meet anyone in that game. So it's a single player, but in a multiplayer universe. And the size of that it's kind of overwhelming, and yeah, I'm very fascinated at how big it is and how much depth there is in that game.
Well, the one thing that I don't think that they've unveiled or anything is like NPCs besides visiting the world. If there's going to be like any kind of adversarial factions, which might be interesting, because yes, it is largely a single player game with minimal kind of multiplayer like support as you're visiting other people's worlds. But I mean, like, have you ever read Spaceman Spiff?
I
Calvin
haven't.
Hobbes?
No,
Any of you
I
guys?
haven't.
No? Oh man, like growing up reading Calvin Hobbes, or like Calvin would pretend that he's like Spaceman Spiff, and it's exactly like No Man's Sky. You go off, find like another world, and there might be like like something interesting, fascinating, and you just go to another world, and you might find like some aliens. Like it's kind of like the Wild West, and in a
Wow.
way, this game is like the Wild West, but in a different setting.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Oni. I don't know. I mean, like for me, No Man's Sky is very interesting because I've always. Now, hear me out here now, guys. This might sound weird a little bit, but it's like whenever before I go to play football, I have to wait for my friend to come outside, and in that time for him to come out, let's give or take 15 minutes to get out the friggin' dog, right? I look up at the sky, and it's like dark already because we play in the night, and I look at this up in the sky and look at all the stars, and I think to myself, how small am I, you know? And in No Man's Sky, you get to explore how small you actually are, you know. And I've always wanted to go, you know, into the universe and explore. That's one thing that I would love to do. I don't know, like, how much. I don't know. I don't know how much I would want to play this game, but I know it's very high that I would want to play this game. But I don't know how long I would want to play this game for, because I don't know. It's just a lot to explore.
In a way, I feel like this is like. See, Shimmy played Journey, and that was kind of like a journey through desolate land where you're meeting odd people here and there. You might, you know, accompany you through a portion of the journey. I feel like this could be like that game. And like, exploration of like, like faraway lands, like, it's gonna be like a very kind of like self-context kind of like an experience. So like, I'm into those kind of games too, where you kind of have to feel what you are going to get out of it.
Exactly.
Speaking of exploration, there's a game company, and it's called Unknown Worlds, and I used to play a game by them called Natural Selection. They just released a game. It's like underwater discovery. I've yet to check it out, but it's called Subnautica. That looks kind of cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't they make a game where you're fighting dinosaurs or something?
Well, not fighting dinosaurs. You're an alien, and it's kind of like first-person StarCrafts with like actual other people. So it's kind of cool. Hey, yeah, we are Team Glasses. You have a problem with glasses?
Team Glasses, hi. Hey,
I mean, I can't wear contacts. Shimmy tried to teach me how to wear contacts. She pried my eyes open, and I could, for the life of me, couldn't get past that bit where I'm shoving something into my eye. And I don't know how many times it took, but I just couldn't do it. I think
the first time it took me forever.
Yeah.
The first time it took me forever. It took me at least an hour to get them in. And even then, it freaking hurt like hell. But then you just kind of get used to it. But
well, that's what she said. But I just couldn't get over the initial fact that I'm like, shoving something in my eye. And I know you have contacts because every single time I see you on stream, you have glasses on yourself.
Yeah, I wear contacts during football. You see what it is, the thing is why I don't wear contacts like during the streams is because when I have my contacts in, I can't read.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So if I put contacts in, like it's magnified, but I can't focus. There's no focus. So when I read now, I have to take my glasses. I have to put my glasses down. Or that's why I come so close. Is because I have to read without my glasses. I know it's kind of weird, right? So I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, to be honest with you. But yeah. So are you into? What are you playing right now? What games are you playing right now?
Super Smash Brothers and Destiny.
How
and those are very casual kind of pick up and play games. Like nothing too dedicated. Like I used to play a lot of RPGs, but pick up and go. Because I'm never on the computer anymore for PC gaming. I'm always on my laptop because Shimizu kind of steals the computer. And I can only play on the second screen when she's using the computer. So that's usually relegated to a console. So I have an Xbox 360, a PS4, Xbox One, and a Wii U sitting all right in front of me, and I have a small library of games.
What system do you enjoy more than the Wii U?
Well, surprisingly, it's the Wii U because I'm getting the most utility out of it. I mean, I'm playing lots of games. I find that, as I'm playing games now, and since there's such a vibrant stream community for you guys all out there to play with on Twitch, I'm playing a lot of Super Smash Brothers. I'm filling in for Mario Kart every once in a while when Shimmy needs to go away, and then there's Monster Hunter. The second is definitely the PS4 with Destiny, because that's also a very pick up and go game too.
Definitely.
I mean, Yeah, Destiny is very pick up and go. I mean, I can form a fire team where I want and join in whoever. I mean, whether it's Welcome War or not, and then just play, put it down. The
Hey, Foxy.
360 is just a dance machine for Shimmy, Storm, and I have like a lot of single player games for the Xbox 360. And unfortunately, none of these are now backwards compatible. So I can't, except for the Wii U and 360, but like not backwards compatible. And has that service launched yet for the PS4, where you can go and look through their old library and download games at cost?
It is in beta in North America. So
Okay.
yeah. So I don't know like if you guys fall in that category, but I think you had to sign up for it. You had to sign up for the beta. If you got it, then you can buy games. But the thing is, the pricing is not good. It's not good at all. No, it's not good. You're streaming games from the PS3. You shouldn't have to pay that much. It's like, I don't know how much. It's like $10 per game, and it's just rental. So
they're just rental.
Yeah, they're just rental. You don't
That's
don't actually
unfortunate.
download them. No, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate because this is something that they've been teasing for a while. But I mean, if the pricing isn't right, it's just not going to work.
No, especially if it's rental, and everyone has a large game library from back then. Because who didn't have a crappy game during the era of the N64, Super NES, or Nintendo or Nintendo 64, or even the PS2? You just buy a game and you just try it, and like half the time it'd be crap, but then you'd play it with your friends and just be like, have some fun over a weekend. But you never want to play it again.
That is what it is sometimes. Especially for me, because I go through so many games. I don't know. There's some games I just try, and I love the PS Plus thing. Like there are some games in there that I really want to try, that they give you, but you're not obligated to buy them. Like say Binding of Isaac. Like I'm going to play that for an hour tops, right? And I'm glad that I don't have to pay for this because I'm not going to play it for very long. But yeah, I mean, like the whole rental thing. I think it would have been better for them if they had made it a subscription thing. That you've got this whole array of games that you can play, and you just have to pay a certain premium a month, and you could play any of those games. I think that would have been awesome. I mean, like it could be separate from the PlayStation Plus thing, but. I feel like it's a missed opportunity for them. Obviously, I mean, like this is still in beta, so they've got time to change it. But personally, I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, I mean, so I'm guessing you play Destiny a lot.
Yeah, I play Destiny a lot.
So what do you think of it? I mean, like everyone's like complaining on how droll. How bland the storyline is. Have you been playing through the storyline, or have you been playing?
No. I just pick up and play. It's kind of like my little competition of like the day. I leave story to Shimmy, which she hasn't really been playing the game at all, but I dare not touch it because it's her character. I mean, I've been leveling it up in multiplayer, but I mean, it's kind of like that game for me is like Counter-Strike. I go in, go and have a little session of multiplayer. I get really happy that I'm doing well, or a little disappointed that I'm not doing so well, and then I just put it down.
Fair enough. I think that's the way that I do it with Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of those. Yeah. I if I have a few minutes before work or before football or something, or after, like if I'm talking to someone and I feel like doing something with my hands, I'll play Call of Duty. Because I don't even need to listen to that game to play it. I just have to pay attention to what was going on. To be honest, I'm not that invested in it to be like, oh, I'm going to be like. I mean, I can rage from time to time, but I'm not that invested in it that I'm going to be unhappy with my KD or whatever. It's like I'm just going to be like, hey, lost. I'm last again. Who cares? It's So that's how I feel with Call of Duty. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some people have cell phone games, mobile games to go and kind of fill that. But for me, since I'm home a lot nowadays, I mean, like I still and I'm busy throughout the day, and you know, I can't do it anymore. I can't do long RPGs because, like, you know, I'm sharing my time. It just doesn't happen. What do you mean all your N64 games were fantastic, Dad Fox? Don't you have like just that one game that maybe like you were not so happy with? I mean, like, you know, like for me, that was kind of like Chameleon Twist. I mean, that was a good game, but I can tell that like it was kind of like an okay game. It wasn't stellar because, you know, you have those tiers of games. You're like, okay, I have my okay game, and I have my excellent games, so my AAA title. And I guess like even like we don't have that anymore because games are so expensive that you just don't have time to kind of go and spend time on a lesser game.
I mean, we were talking about this in the Powerplant tier stream, like how demos have become insignificant anymore. You know, it's just like it's
well, people are scared to pump out demos because, like, you know, you have one little flaw, and, you know, obviously it represents a game that's in progress. And maybe it's like right before it goes gold, it's like a beta build, and people go and stomp all over it, which is like, you know, why like people don't even go and allow games to be reviewed anymore. Like, you know, like plenty of, like, you know, Sega's a bad culprit for it because they go and they'll release a game and they'll release reviews for it either the day of on release or the day right before. I mean, like, case in point, Colonial Marines was like that.
Oh yeah.
Heck, even the latest Sonic the Hedgehog game was like that. And, like, you know, we all know about... I don't know how many gamers know about the Sonic cycle, but I mean, like, from my understanding, that was a crap game. For all the hype that...
The Sonic Boom? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Apparently, that game glitched so much that a speedrunner just like destroyed it in an hour or something like that.
Well, you know, that's just the speedrun. Speedruns use all sorts of to go and beat a game as possible.
Yeah, but to have that kind of glitch in a game, come on.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, you can exploit a glitch. That's one thing, but a glitch to that magnitude, I saw him like going through like, I don't know, levels and levels and levels, just doing the same glitch over and over again. I was like, okay.
Well, speedrunners deliberately find ways to go and exploit the game to go and progress as fast as possible. I mean, you can't really fault the game for not being played as how it was intended. And yeah, going on about that, free demos actually you pay $4.99. How about like early access when you opt in, like say on Kickstarter, like you know. That's kind of I think it's incentive to go and pay for like a game. I mean, like I've kickstarted Mighty Number 9 in Medora, and Shimmy's kickstarted Frequency or is it Amplitude?
Amplitude.
And you know, have you tried getting the beta build to work? No, okay. But I mean, like I feel that when you do it like that, that's okay. But coming from like a big like company, like where like say it's Activision and they throw in a free demo of some game with like a lesser title for, like, you know, say like they throw in a demo. No, who did that recently? No, I remember Zone of the Enders 2 for the PlayStation 2. There was like a demo for one of the Metal Gear Solid games, and people buy it and then return it after they play the demo, and I'm kind of going like, that's not fair at all. That's like a glorified demo at that point. You're paying full price.
Well, I remember the Silent Hill demo that came with Metal Gear 1, and I still have that demo. And I played through the Silent Hill demo, and it was actually that made me want to buy Silent Hill. That game made me, that demo made me, and I feel like that's what we're losing now. You know, it's like, yeah, I mean, like, developers don't want to put their demos out there because it's unfinished, but I don't know, I mean, like, people are doing the beta thing. I mean, Destiny did the alpha, and then they did the beta, and, you know, even Halo are going to be doing the Halo 5 beta. So, I mean, like, if you can take out a beta, I don't see why you can't take out a demo. You know, I mean, even though they're pretty much in the same kind of category, I feel like they should take out more demos so that people can get a feel for their games. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you can say it's not a perfect game. Like, just look
That's
at
just
DayZ.
optics at that point,
Yeah.
because I mean, like, you know, investors want high return, and like, you know,
They
every
do.
single move is calculated by their board. You can't throw out a demo and not have it finished. That's the only problem. And then once you have a demo out there, people are so, you know, frugal these days that, you know, they'll just play the demo ad nauseum. I remember doing that for Monster Hunter when I couldn't get my fix in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, like, you know, you can't throw that out and not be perfect. You know, your stocks, you like, you know, like gaming's such big business these days. The smallest little faults mean things like, you know, Mirror's Edge 2 doesn't come out when they don't ship enough units. Yeah, so like, you know, gaming's kind of like we've created a monster, you can say, in a way.
Oh, definitely, because we I don't know, we tolerate so much. I feel like it's like with, like, say if you got an iPod and if it was faulty, you'd send that back, right?
Well, yeah,
but no,
you know what?
I mean, like,
we do accept a lot, and like, you know, the weird thing too is, hold on, like, what's your value system for purchasing a game? Like, you know, some people are like, you know, well, I get 2 hours of play out of $20 for like a great movie experience, so my game should theoretically have X amount of value for however much money I'm, like, you know, paying. And some people think, like, you know, that equates to, at the very bare minimum, like a 16-hour game for, like, you know, 80 or so dollars paid. So, like, you know, what's your minimum for value?
To be honest, I haven't really thought that one. To be honest, like, I will pay full price for a game that is at least 50 hours long. At least. Say GTA and JRPG, they usually go for over 50 hours, right? I am not willing to pay full price for, say, a 20-hour game because I know I'm going to get it cheaper at some point. So it's for a 20-hour game, you know, unless there is an exception, unless it's a beloved franchise, such as Uncharted or Last of Us or Little Big Planet. You know, I know what I'm getting with those. You know, if it's a new IP, then definitely I will be very cautious with that. Like, same with Sunset Overdrive. You know, I heard it's like a 20-hour campaign, so I'm not going to pay full price for that. You know, and there's even some other ones I can't really think of right now. But then, yeah, I mean, like, if it's a new IP, definitely I'm going to be very cautious with it. Like, that's just the way I think. Unfortunately, I mean, like, if there was a demo and I enjoyed the demo, yes, I feel like I would go ahead and buy that because I know what I'm getting at the end of the day. You know.
Okay, so hold on, you're a fan of driving games?
Me, driving games?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
Sunset Overdrive.
No, Sunset Overdrive is
I'm thinking Drive Club. Sorry.
Yeah, Drive Club is one of those games.
Wait, what's Sunset Overdrive then?
Sunset Overdrive is made by Insomniac. They made Resistance. Basically, what it is they made this one for the Xbone, and it's the you're this dude and there's like I don't know, the energy drink that has gone bad and everyone's turned into mutants, and you go around and it's very comic-y, cartoony, but it's really fun game apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up at some point. So I don't know when though. I'm just waiting for it to go down in price. I'm just gonna wait. I mean, like, is that? What about you? I mean, like, do you wait for games to go down in price, or do you just like?
Yes and no. I have this odd phobia about buying used, because I don't. I'm kind of like when it comes to my games, very kind of particular. I don't know if anyone else who's been handling them is doing it unhygienically. Oh, they lost.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, never mind. Connections. Well, yeah, no, that's just me, because, like, you know, I don't like the idea of when I'm grabbing onto a game disc, someone else's hands kind of, I don't know where they've been. I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of grubby. And that, and when you buy games like later on, like if you don't get them right, like right when they're used, it might be never that you see them ever again. I mean, I was looking for Katamari, me and my Katamari. That's like maybe like a 3-year-old game now at the my GameStop EB Games, and I couldn't find it. So I mean, I like to buy things new because if I know that they're good, and usually I do my research. You know, I like to buy them new. So
Okay.
I can play them, and like if there's a multiplayer component, I don't like to go and be part of the later rush when I can't join everyone and be on an equal setting, or I can't be, you know, like even in something like Pokemon, like you know, I wouldn't be able to go and enjoy because the techniques, the technology behind like the game mechanics would have been completely different than if I were to go and get into it in the early game and learn with everyone, and I find that very exciting.
Yeah. I think some multiplayer games it pays to get it early so that you can kind of compete with everyone else. Like when I was playing, I played Destiny for a few hours. I got my cousin's copy, and it was terrible for me because everyone was just pwning me. There was no noobs around for me to pwn. So you know, like I don't know. I completely understand where you're coming from in that.
Yeah, well, I feel that way about Destiny even because I mean I can't compete in the Iron Banner because I have it like you know at that point all your limiters for like damage are off and like you know you're actually doing the exact amount of damage that your gun is stated to do. So I mean I can't make a dent into these guys.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I think, especially heavy multiplayer games, the earlier you get it, the better, so you can stay on top of your game, and you have to be playing it constantly. I think it's like you need to play at least 3 to 4 hours a day just to stay on tip-top shape.
Yeah, and of course, you know, I don't have time. Ain't nobody got time.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that either. Unfortunately, there's because I like to like vary my games. I don't like to play the same game over and over and over again. You know, that's why I've kind of like taken a little hiatus from Minecraft as well, like, because I tend to get bored of them very quickly. So I like to like switch it up all the time. I like to like I can play like for like a couple of hours and I'll play something else for a couple of hours and I'll play something else for a couple of hours. You know, if I keep trying to play the same game over and over, I get bored. I get tired and I'm like, no thanks.
Man, I wish I still had the stamina and the interest to go play games over like you know for hours on end. I can't remember the last time I did that.
I think the last time I did that is when I played Ni no Kuni. And I played that for like 7 hours a day, and that was it. I love my JRPGs though. I do.
Well, JRPGs deserve more time, obviously. So we got JRPGs coming out next year. Disgaea 5? Or was it 4? I don't know, whichever one. I never played them. That looks kind of fun. I like strategy RPGs.
I don't know. I mean, like I've never played that one, so I wouldn't. You know. I mean, there's Final Fantasy 15, obviously. That's coming out next year, and there's Final Fantasy Type 0, which I'm actually looking towards. Most likely will get that one because it's Final Fantasy, but I don't know. I definitely want to check that one out. It seems interesting to me. So away from gaming, are you into TV shows and movies? What kind of TV shows?
Okay. So TV shows, I find it hard to watch certain TV shows. Like you know, comedies, sure. You know what? I really kind of want to watch and like not play in North America, but in the UK, Mrs. Brown's Boys.
I've heard of it, and my sister loves that. It's apparently so funny.
Oh yeah. Apparently, I have yet to find some way to source that show. I watch Game of Thrones, of course. I'm not into you know, AMC's The Walking Dead.
Oh, you're not?
No,
Okay.
I'm not actually. Too much going on that show, and I just kind of feel like it's always been kind of about human drama in there. But I like the first season, and then when I kind of like heard what was going on with the second season, I felt like it was kind of. it would kind of wanted to like
Mm-hmm.
grip me, but I found that when I read it, it seemed kind of boring. Like,
Okay.
just read synopsises.
Uh-huh.
You know, being well, sometimes I watch Japanese live action shows. Like, there sometimes they're period dramas because like historical things like
All right.
reshot.
Okay.
Yeah, like and some. You ever seen a gaming show? Actually, it's called Game Center CX.
Hmm. Never even heard of
Never
it.
even heard of it? Okay,
Yeah.
Japanese comedian guy spends 24 hours, up to 24 hours to complete a game, and usually he does really retro games. I suggest you watch it. They're hilarious.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like, he has like an assistant director that kind of has like, has the ability to help him. But like, the guy sucks at games so much. Yeah, no, that's fun. Anyone else out there heard of Game Center CX?
Game Center CX. Okay. I'll
Yeah,
have to check this
Google it
out.
yourself.
I'll have to check this
Yeah,
out.
check it out. There's like some
Yeah.
hilarious games. Like the guy, the guy plays like he gets challenges. He once played a dating sim meant for women.
Wow.
And actually
Okay.
shimmy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he had to like at first he was kind of disgusted with himself. He was like romancing men, and he's kind of going like, "This is kind of weird." And then he settles on one. And of course, this is the most girliest looking guy, just so it's kind of normal for him. And he really gets into it, and he's like, "No, like like, well, I guess you're kind of like built like a tree." Like the guy's like, "What do you mean? I'm like, built like a tree. Like like I'm strong and sturdy. Like like you're kind of forced to make like weird like
Yeah.
selections, and he gets rejected, and his heart is actually legitimately crushed.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Do you remember me showing you that? Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna have to check this out. Game Center CX. Okay.
CX, yeah, like
CX,
find the one with subtitles. He plays like Super Mario Brothers, like some really old school like
Uh-huh.
NES games, like Mystery of
Wow.
Atlantis.
And this is on TV.
On Japanese TV, but
On
you can
Japanese
download it.
TV,
Actually, you
okay.
can find it. Yeah, subtitled and
Wow.
everything. You just gotta find the right spot.
Hey Apollo. How's it going?
Hey, Paul. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you? Oh! And I was watching for a little bit Downton Abbey.
Ooh, no wonder you're so fancy today.
I'm so fancy. No, I was watching
So
Downton
fancy.
Abbey.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I never got into it. Not gonna
Never
lie.
got into it. Okay,
Never
what are
got
you
into it.
watching then?
I've been watching a lot of American shows. I have. I've been watching like The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Once Upon a Time, Orphan Black. What else? The 100. Don't know if you've heard of that one. It's so apparently nuclear missiles blow up. Well, not blow up, just like make the Earth inhabitable. So there's a whole bunch of people in space right now, just like orbiting the Earth.
Okay.
And they send 100 of the kids that were in jail to Earth to check it out to see if it's livable. And apparently it is livable, but there's already people living on Earth, and shit goes down. Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's just one of those. I don't know. It's like those post-apocalyptic kind of stuff. I don't mind that kind of TV show, to be honest. I don't. I think it's kind of. I don't know. It's kind of like imaginative in a way. Like you kind of. I don't know. It's something interesting to watch. It's definitely something interesting to watch.
Okay. Movies.
Ooh, yeah, movies. What did
I don't watch movies. I can never
don't?
find time. No, I can never find the time or the excuse to want to go and watch a movie, because like half the movies out right now, I swear, like they just it's like low brow, recycled or low brow, and like as much as I like superheroes, every superhero movie is an origin story, and like for whatever purpose, if they all kind of start to blend now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been turned into a superhero. I need to go and find my identity. I have some, adverse situation, and then I overcome it, and then now I am loved by everyone. Or if you're Batman, just kind of relegated to the shadows. But my parents are dead. No, but that's superhero movies, and I find that since Marvel is finally getting away from origin stories and they're doing things like Avengers, like maybe I'll go and I'll watch that. But they're making all sorts of crazy movies now, like Ant-Man. Like, who wants to watch Ant-Man?
What is that even? I mean, like, who is that? I don't even know who that is.
Who wants a superstar of a guy that's really tiny?
Oh.
Like, what can you do? Apparently,
it's like an Aquaman movie. It's like
interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was the last movie you watched? What is the last movie you watched?
Good question. Hey, what was the last movie we watched?
Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, it was Guardians of the Galaxy. But that was legitimately well done.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie. That was
a really good movie.
Oh, Oni, you actually want to watch Ant-Man? I'm sorry. Ant-Man comics?
I don't know. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was definitely a standout. I actually couldn't stop laughing at the end. It was just, what? I was like, what? It just happened.
Well, Shimmy likes that movie so much, and I think it's only because of Groot that she even ordered a dancing Groot. Like, bobblehead things?
Yeah. Cool. I really did enjoy that movie. I just watched Maze Runner. Yeah. Desi was talking about it in the previous Tea Time with Mo, and I was like, okay, let me watch this and let me tell it how. It wasn't bad. It's a movie based from a novel. Not a book, let's just say. But
which they kind of almost all are.
Yeah, they all are, right? It's either from a comic book or from a novel. And it was good. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best movie I've seen this year. But it was okay. It was very mysterious. There was a mystery there, and I was trying to figure it out, but I couldn't.
Well, mystery is good. I mean, it kind of hooks you in, and it makes you kind of think about what's gonna happen. Like, I prefer movies and shows that kind of make me look for the small details and make connections of why something's happening, rather than being told outright. And I mean, depending. I mean, I'm not gonna want that in an action movie where everything's going in too fast to kind of even know what's going on, or the story's that basic. But I don't mind watching a in-depth kind of a slower movie every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I like that kind of stuff as well. I do want to watch Interstellar. Apparently, a very good movie.
Interstellar.
Yeah.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's made by Christopher Nolan. The maker of Batman. Well, the Dark Knight series. But yeah, that seems to be apparently a very in-depth and very serious kind of movie, and I don't mind those kind of movies either. I definitely want to check that one out.
Watch Harper's Island if I like mysteries. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, not like Lost where you can't figure it out. For the ages, and then it turns out to be really lame. I like mystery. I kind of like suspense thriller mysteries. That's really nice.
Have you seen Shutter Island?
Shutter Island.
Leonardo DiCaprio is on it.
You know what? I started watching that, and I couldn't find time to get past 15 minutes, and I've forgotten that it even exists. But I was watching it for a little bit. Yeah,
I like the mystery in that one.
Okay, yeah, I definitely have to go and rewatch that again.
Yeah, it's actually a really. I personally thought it was an a really good movie, Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, is a great actor. So.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a great actor. Yeah, how do you pronounce his last name? Matthew McConaughey. Is it McConaughey?
McConaughey.
How do you even spell that? There's some people with some crazy last names out there in the world.
Yeah. Apparently he doesn't do a bad job in Interstellar though. Apparently he does a really good job in that. So I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, Shutter Island and Inception are a pair. You know what? I've seen that one picture where, like, I think it probably originated on Reddit or 4chan or something. It has like every Leonardo DiCaprio movie up to like The Great Gatsby, and it shows that he's in like one version of another thing and another thing and another thing. It was like, Jack drowns to end up in America and becomes like the actor of like The Great Gatsby, and like like it's just every single role he has, like they just kind of conceive of like a story of how he moves on into the next one. It's really cool.
Yeah,
So,
I think Leonardo DiCaprio knows how to pick his roles.
Yeah, that's well, he has enough movies under his belt to like know which roles he wants to pick.
Hi, Neffy.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hey, Neff. Versus like what's an actor that's in like every movie? And I'm not talking about like Samuel L. Jackson, but I kind of am. But no, it's
Samuel L. Jackson. He just shouts.
Yeah, I mean, like,
movie. I don't think he's a great actor, to be honest with you. He just likes shouting. I don't know who's in every movie now.
I don't know, but hey, have you noticed that Eddie Murphy isn't around anymore?
Eddie Murphy, he's been gone for a while. That dude.
Been gone for a while. Yeah, where happened to him?
I don't even know. Even like Will Smith, like where's he gone now? I mean, he's gonna be in the new Suicide Squad movie. But
speaking of Will Smith, guess what they greenlit like about a week ago? Or not a week ago. They greenlit like like a little while ago. Independence Day 2. Like they really needed Independence Day 2. Yeah.
Okay. You see, Independence Day was a standalone movie. They don't need a sequel for that.
No, they don't.
I
no,
personally
no.
don't think
it's
they need a sequel.
People wanting out of ideas because they used to plunder other countries for ideas, and then now they've run out, and then you could remake old movies, but they're classics, and no one wants to do that. So they just kind of they've been plundering other countries for their movies. I think Hollywood should plunder Bollywood for some of those outrageous movies.
To be honest, it's the other way around. Bollywood takes a lot from Hollywood. There's like a lot of Bollywood movies. They just completely rip off Hollywood movies. So
yeah.
Yeah,
but
and that's one of the reasons I don't like them.
And find those niche ones and
definitely
do some outrageous over the top
it's all
comedy.
about love. That's all it is, though. Every single Bollywood movie is about love, and that's it. There's nothing in it. It's always the dude trying to find the lady or something like that. It's like
that's the difference in like it's okay. So in Bollywood movies, it's the dude trying to find the lady. In Hollywood movies, it's the dude getting paired with a woman and finding like awkward romance along the way.
It's it's weird. I wouldn't mind seeing like American.
I'm talking about those crazy movies where the guy is like drifting a horse underneath like a semi-trailer.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we are nearing the end of the stream, guys.
Okay.
This was actually a really amazing chat with you. Do you have any plans for streaming or anything like that in the future?
No, I don't stream. I'm just in the background, either falling asleep on the floor or like playing Gundam in the back of Shimmy's stream. I don't stream. I used to stream like Dark Souls every once in a while, but then I had a lot of work. I went back to school, so like she only does that now.
Yeah. I didn't even get to touch on your fascination with Gundams. You know what? Let's talk about your Gundams.
Gundams. I love Gundams.
Yeah. What is it about Gundams that you really enjoy?
Well, they're robotic. They're kind of like planes. Like you can go and pilot them, and like they're just like they're giant robotic representations of basically like a warrior class, and like that kind of maybe probably says something about just what I think of them. They're just cool.
Okay.
It's kind of like how some people are fascinated with like guns and then collect like airsoft. I have a fascination with a fictional robotic thing.
I mean, you like modeling them and stuff.
I like modeling them. I mean, like I like robotics, like prosthetics. Like I took robotics in university. It was really cool. Wasn't for me though, because it was just programming. I didn't want to do programming, and like I like physics. So I mean, like it kind of goes hand in hand. I like mechanical things. I like just.
So you're like really into the sciencey stuff in that.
Yes, I'm into sciencey things. I'm also into nature and a whole bunch of things. I mean, like
Yeah, me too. Right?
And I like art, which is the big thing in between these things. Like these things are art.
Yeah, it is art. Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I do like them. I do like them. Yeah, I mean, like I like. Well, to be honest, I've seen you playing around with it, and you know what it reminds me of? And when I was younger, I never used to have Lego over here. Whenever I used to go to my uncle's house, he used to have like a Lego set, and I used to like try and make something cool out of it. And it was my way of art, really. It's like I was just being creative, and I feel like this is like your creative outlet. You like to mess around with it. You like to.
It is kind of like my creative outlet because I don't paint much anymore, and or not anything at all, and it was kind of like for me painting. I need to paint, and I need to like hammer that out within like a few days. But like these things, I can take my time on, and like unfortunately, as Shimmy's like a project can span years. Which is really annoying for her, but yeah, like that's just how it goes.
Fair enough. Hi, Saint. Well, okay. Thank you for being on Tea Time with Mo. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did, yes. It was fun. I'm gonna have my last sip of tea.
I finished my tea a while ago. I can't drink in fancy cups because there's just too less. There's just too less of tea for me.
Too little tea for you in each cup.
Too little tea, yeah, in each little cup, yeah. I should just invest in a pot.
I got 2 pots going on right now. I got my refill and I got my main pot.
So fancy, so fancy. But yeah, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Everyone, go and follow SurRival right now on Twitter, and yeah, I mean, like if you ever do stream, you just let me know and I will shout you out. Is there any other links that you want to post? Feel free to post them in the chat.
Well, Haruka Shimizu just made a new Facebook page today for herself. I don't have the link, but maybe she can drop it in the chat for herself.
Drop it in the chat.
Other than that, I mean, I got Twitter, but I mean, like, I rarely ever tweet anything out. So you guys can add me on there. You guys wish.
That robotic voice, though.
Thank you for having me on. It's been fun.
No problem. I really wanted to get you on before you left, and I hope you have the best of luck with all that you do.
Oh yeah, I'll have fun at that hospital. I'm sure it's in out in the middle of nowhere, in some snowbank, but it's only for 5.5 months, and I'm gonna go and take it for what it is.
Yeah, and I hope you have fun, and I hope you enjoy yourself, and I wish you all the best, dude. I wish you all the best. From the bottom of my heart, you are an awesome person.
Thank you.
And yeah, you deserve the happiness that you are striving towards. Anywho, guys, thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it, and I will see you later on. Bye, guys.
See ya.